Salisbury tallied its third straight CAC championship in 2015, defeating Mary Washington 2-1 in dramatic fashion in double overtime. The double OT road triumph in the title game was the second in the past 3 years for the Seagulls, who own a conference-best 19 CAC crowns. Salisbury, Mary Washington, and Christopher Newport each sported strong NCAA resumes, but the Seagulls were the only CAC squad to qualify for the NCAA tournament. After receiving a first-round bye, the Seagulls fell to Rochester 3-2 in the second round. Some fresh faces will be on the sidelines this fall, as new head coaches are set to take over both St. Mary's and York, squads that have reached the CAC playoffs each of the past 2 seasons. Now let's take an inside look at all 7 CAC field hockey squads entering the 2016 campaign, counting down the preseason poll throughout.
I think for us it's going to be a matter of combining everyone, making sure everyone's on the same page. We are looking to gel as we get into the season and hopefully continue that throughout the CAC conference, with that being at the end of the year, and just setting our goals as far as playing each game to every minute. You know, don't let 1 minute go by that you could have done something different. Our returning players, we have 4 seniors. You know, very excited for the 4 seniors. Can't believe it's their senior year, but we have 4 seniors and a group of juniors, only a couple sophomores, and then we have about 6 freshmen that have joined us. And for us, the seniors will show us a great deal of leadership. Our junior class is definitely stepping up and ready to fill all the roles that are left behind from last year's seniors. And then our sophomores and freshmen are trying to fit in and making sure that they're on the same page. Well, we're going to start off with a couple of games, one from our old conference, you know, with Immaculata, but then Lynchburg, who's always nationally ranked, is going to come in second, and we'll have them right before Labor Day. And then we'll do a few games here and there, Virginia, Pennsylvania, trying to spread our name within the different regions that are right here, or different states that are right here in our region, and get ourselves in a position to play aggressively and play together by the time we get to the CAC in October. So for us, it was in making the schedule, we were trying to hit the areas where we also recruit in, and also hit the areas that are going to help make us a better team.
My expectations and goals for this season are definitely to make the CAC playoffs and then work towards the championship. And then as a whole, cohesively, just to bring everyone together. We already have great team chemistry and everything, so just to continue that throughout the season. We've all been doing our workouts throughout the off-season over the summer. We're given a workout packet, which we follow and we communicate during the summer, make sure everyone's on the same page. And people play in summer leagues, whether it's in Dover, which is local, very convenient, or wherever people live, they play in those leagues too. So I think as a whole we are all looking forward to the conference games in general, because they're always big games. We're all very excited for them, and it's just a challenge, so it really tests everything that we've been working on for the whole season. Well, I love it here, especially because it's a smaller school, and so being a student athlete makes it a little more special because you have a connection with all of the athletes. You constantly see them when you're coming on and off the field. They're in your classes, and it's always nice to talk about, like, hey, like, you did great your game last night, because everyone's always at each other's events and supporting them. So that's what I love about it.
For me, my expectations are the exact same as my team expectations, and that is to have one common goal of being a better, more successful hockey team than we were in the previous season. And for us, that means we need to outwit, outplay, and outlast our opponents, and that's what we're going to strive to do. Well, the CAC in field hockey has made it very evident that we are very competitive based on the number of times we've sent teams to the NCAA Finals, Final Four, Elite Eight, etc. So when we are preparing for our conference schedule, we need to create a very competitive non-conference schedule. And we've added teams this year like Juniata, Delaware Valley, Ohio Wesleyan to help us prepare for what we're going to see in the conference later in the season.
I think our goals and expectations as a team are to obviously just improve upon our record from last year and just win more games in general. But then on top of that, I think our biggest expectation is to make playoffs because we haven't done that in a few years, so we really want to get there this year. Well, I think our strength and conditioning coach, Nick, he's played a huge role in our improvements in the off-season. So he made us a really great workout packet to do in the off-season, and I think that that's really going to help prepare us for the season this year. So my favorite part about being a student athlete would most definitely be the relationships that I've built with my teammates. You know, as soon as I got here as a freshman, I immediately had this great group of girls to associate myself with, and I think that's something that'll last me long after I graduate.
So looking at the 2016 season, we're really excited. We brought in 3 freshmen, 2 goalies. We have a great returning goalie, great group of leaders on the team. They've done a great job with my transition to the new head coaching position. Looking at our schedule, we have a tough schedule. Our conference is one of the toughest conferences in field hockey, but this year we're really just going to focus on ourselves and focus on getting better every day. And that's the most important thing. So we're going to have to be in shape, but we're going to have fun while we're doing it and just focus on the fundamentals of field hockey and just have a great experience this season and look to continue to grow the program.
For the fall 2016 season, the field hockey team is really looking forward to our new coach. We brought in 2 new goalies and a new field player. We have a returning starting goalie, Thompson, who we're really excited to see her on the field again. We've done a lot to prepare in the off season. We had a lot of girls playing together in summer leagues, and we went to the Dominican Republic this off season in the winter in January and played their national team and held a clinic for the local kids there, which not only put us in a good coaching position, but it put us in a very good shape in the off season. We're really looking forward to all of our conference plays. With our new coach, we've got a lot of new ideas and a lot of new girls coming in and supporting players. Brady Wolf will be back right up front, which we're really looking forward to finishing out with our seniors. With our off-season game, we're headed to Tennessee this year to play Sweeney and Rhodes, and we're really excited to play some people that we've never seen before, and traveling as a team is always fun.
I think we're really looking forward to the 2016 upcoming season. I think the girls have done a good job coming in, adjusting to a new formation and a new playing style. So our goal is to keep working hard, every day in practice and making sure during the season that we're taking one opponent at a time. I think that's going to be really important for this season, making sure we're not looking too far ahead, whether it is to conference play. And then as far as in the conference, the goal is to always be competitive within the conference and hopefully, at the end, making sure we can make the conference tournament. I think that's the ultimate goal.
Well, we hope to just really work hard, work as a team, be there and support each other, push each other to work harder, and hopefully make it further than we did last year and get to the CAC championship and then continue from there.
Fortunately, we have a strong group of returning players, only losing 1 player from last season. In Junior All-American, Ali Posey is returning for us this year, and then we have 2 great senior leaders in Alexa Taylor and Sydney LaMarche. And then we have a lot of good, people that have had good playing time in the last few years, so I think that's really going to help us out. And then we have 9 new incoming freshmen who come from some great club teams and high school teams, and I think they've done a good job coming in, adjusting to the college play, and really being able to mix things up for us.
It puts a lot onto Alexa and myself, just like we have the most experience on a team, like kind of teaching them along the way, but we also have a huge group of juniors that they've been here for 3 years now, so they can help us with it too. It's not, we don't really consider it 2 seniors. I mean, we have the title as seniors, but they have just as much experience as us, so we have a huge group leading the freshmen and sophomores.
I think, like you said, it's gonna be challenging, but that's what I want for us. And I think because of our experience, I think it's gonna be good to
to challenge us, especially in the non-conference, to prepare us for those upcoming conference teams. We have some teams that we're going to play that have had great seasons in the past, and so that's just going to be good for us to kind of see where we fare and prepare us, like I said, for that tough Capital Conference play. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. Like, you have your hockey girls, you have your team, something to go to every day. Like, you get to wear your clothes and you're a part of something. But then you also have like the great staff here. Like, I absolutely love the education program. I think everything about it is great. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
I think our goals and expectations for this upcoming season are always kind of the same. We want to win the conference championship, advance to the NCAA tournament. I think the tough part is coming off of a double overtime loss in our conference championship last year to Salisbury, so we kind of want to get back to that same feeling and kind of revenge that loss that we had here at home. So I know the girls are excited to be able to kind of play them again and hopefully to have that same championship experience and get to the NCAA tournament, which we've missed out on the last couple of years. Well, we lost 6 seniors, 5 of whom were starters, 4 all-region, 2 all-American, so we are losing a good amount of depth within the team. However, I do anticipate a lot of the younger girls and some of the freshmen stepping into those roles quickly and being able to transition into kind of a different style of play than I think Mary Washington field hockey's been used to having. We're going to have some different skill level out there and some different fundamentals and techniques that we'll be using this season. I feel this is my 6th year at Mary Washington. I'd say this is probably our toughest schedule we have to play yet. We probably play 8 to 9 top 20 teams, both outside and in our conference. So we're going up to Tufts this year to play them, so that'll be a tough game for us, along with playing Franklin and Marshall, opening up our season with Dickinson, who's a top regional opponent, and along with Rochester. So I think it's going to be tough. I think our conference is always a hard conference to play in when you have Salisbury and Christopher Newport, and then York is getting better each year. So I think we have a lot to work on in order to maintain our success within the conference.
Goals would be just to build our team up. We lost 6 seniors last year, so the newcomers to kind of step up, and we want to make it to the CAC championship again and defeat Salisbury and CNU and really just play our hardest. As a senior, I'm really looking forward to just going out with a bang and just making way for the people to come to Mary Washington field hockey and just kind of make it a great experience for everyone and just give a lot to the program. We have a tough schedule this year. We're starting off with Dickinson, and last year was a tough game against them, so I'm excited to just right off the bat be challenged and see what we can really do as a team. And for conference play, really excited to see how our team is going to respond to that and hopefully make it to the CAC championship, like I said. I really love being able to see my teammates on campus. It's really cool to see them give it all on the field and give it all in the classroom. It's just a dynamic that some people don't understand, and I don't know, I just love being able to see them every day in 2 different parts of their life.
I think everybody in the CAC is looking to win the CAC, so obviously to win the CAC, that's always the expectation, and move on to the NCAA tournament. We graduated 7, and we have a small, very small incoming class. It's really hard to tell this early in the season. Usually the freshmen that come in the best shape tend to play a little bit better than the ones who didn't come in the best shape. As of recent, I would say Calliope, Ioanu, Rachel Cook, and Meredith Bush have been playing really well. We're kind of just going one day at a time with a smaller roster, which is exciting because they could take a lot of touches on the ball and We have a little bit more, not practice time, but a lot of time before our first game, so we're slowly introducing some concepts in game film and just small things to get them all in the same place and hopefully be prepared for our first game. It's a strong schedule. I don't think there's anybody that, are very few teams that will be below 500. So the hope is you make a stronger schedule so that when you get into conference play, you're ready for it, and arguably one of the most competitive conferences in the country.
For this season, we're looking to just have an overall winning season. We want to focus more on the game itself right in front of us so that we can work to the bigger. Obviously, a conference and a national title is what we look to and hope for, but for this season, we are just focusing more on the game in front of us and focusing on what we can do better each time so that we can win and look for that national title. Personally, I just want to keep scoring. I'm a forward, I'm a left wing, so I love to, help my team score too, get other people in a position where they can, get goals and assists and stuff like that. So personally, I'm just looking to come together as a team, unite the team with one goal, and just focus on that. Being a student athlete, we just have so many other student athletes on campus. I'm pretty sure the number is at least 600 of us or something like that, so we all come out and support each other, which is really cool. Just having other teams, they can understand how you're feeling and what you're going through as a student athlete, but they also, have their own sports and stuff like that. So that's really cool, and then just having a lot of support as a student athlete. We get a lot of help. We have study hall, we have stuff like that to, keep us on track with our studies because we are students first. So we get a lot of, support in that way. And being a student athlete is definitely just a cool experience because not only do we get to study, but we get to practice every day. We get to, go out there in front of and represent our university, which is awesome. So one of the big games that's always fun for us is Salisbury because, that's a huge rival not only in field hockey but just across campus. So it's always fun. I know that's a big conference game that we're always looking forward to. We're just looking to go to their field this year and maybe get the win on that field. And then there's a few other games such as DePaul and Center, which are played in Kentucky this year actually. And those are big rival games because it's so far away, but we travel far away to play them, and then we hope to get that win so it didn't feel like a waste, that 8 to 9 hour bus ride. So I think those are the bigger games that we're looking forward to. We also have Catholic, which is a non-conference game, but every year it's back and forth, whether it's usually a very physical game, so it's exciting for us to work to beating them again. And then York College of Pennsylvania, the past couple of years it's been a really close game, so we look forward to them. And they're a CAC conference game too, so we have a bunch of big games on our schedule this year, and we're really excited.
Generally, our goals and expectations don't change year to year. I mean, we want to be as successful as possible. Certainly one of our goals is to win the conference championship and have another opportunity to go back to the NCAA tournament. So, we're just going to do what we can to be the best that we can be. Well, certainly we lost our top 2 scorers, so, we're going to have to pick up the slack in that category. Sam Johnson, Courtney Jansen, both gone, and then we lost our top 2 defenders with Breck Sullivan and Miss Cooper being gone there. So, that's going to be a little challenging in that aspect. So, both ends of the spectrum there, we've got some deficits to fill. But, I'm very confident in who we have coming back, and and also some of the new people that we have. Our sophomore class worked really hard over the summer, and they've come in ready to go and fill some of those holes, as well as we have some really key freshmen who are looking sharp. Our CAC schedule gets tougher and tougher with the addition of some new coaches in the conference this year. One of my former assistant coaches, Jess Say, down at St. Mary's, is going to do great things with that program, and then we have a new addition to the York program as well. Both of those programs we're going to see certainly be very challenging for us, but I think the CAC has gotten stronger and stronger every year, and it's not getting any easier, so it's going to be a tough way. And certainly we got some powerhouse teams on our non-conference schedule with College of New Jersey and Messiah in there. We've got Cabrini this year, so certainly the traditional teams that we play are very, very good. Well, certainly from a recruiting aspect, it's stellar. So, you can't say enough about it. It's definitely a wow factor. But just for the team in general, just to have a home that they can have year-round and, just something at this level, it's unbelievable for Division III, and we're really excited to be in there and very proud to be a Seagull.
Just like any other year, our first and foremost goal is to win the national championship at the end of the year. But before we get there, we have so many other obstacles to get through. We have all of our games and, of course, the CAC championship. We want to come out on top again. Just the togetherness. We're always together. We're friends with all the other athletes. I mean, we're out here every day working hard, and then we get to go home and have friends that have the same schedules as us. It's pretty cool. We did a lot in the off season. We had a setback last year, and we had to get over that. We finished way too early, way too soon. So we worked really hard. Coach Nine helped us, and of course, Coach Chamberlin and her staff helped us a lot. Team building especially, and all through the lifting season, we really crushed it. So we're going to come out good this year. I think we're already such a strong team. We have so much to look forward to. Everyone brings something different to the table, which is cool because we have girls from all over, from all different types of styles of hockey. So I think it will be good. I think we'll be a strong team this year. Of course, with the new stadium, we'd love to be home more. But we see a lot of the same opponents. Also, we see a lot of new ones, which is so different for us. We start out with Washington College, which is really cool. They're a strong program, and another local team, kind of a war on the shore type ordeal again. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good deal.